Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 9 of the Weightlifting.Ai series. This was the workout I did on Monday. In the previous video, I talked about how I tried to do this workout on Sunday and it didn't go well. This was the actual workout that I did complete. Originally, or I should say, the snatches started out at 111 kilos, and I was able to push up to do several attempts at 120, where I had some misses, had some makes, and then I ended with a 125 snatch, which wasn't very pretty, but I was very happy with. And what's interesting with how the app kind of does its various snatches is if I can kind of game the system in a sense to where I can give it white lights. If I keep giving it white lights, it's going to eventually push me up. If I put reds, if I miss a lift like I did on that first 120, it's going to want to put me down. And logically that makes sense. I missed 120, I tried it again, I missed it a second time. But that's one of the things that's kind of hard if you're kind of like a novice at lifting or at trying to do snatches and stuff. It may be good to drop down, but when you've been lifting for long enough, you kind of know if you're missing, if there are attempts that are technical misses in nature, and if you're going to probably be able to make a lift, or if you're just getting dominated by the weight. So example of that is the previous day on Sunday when I was missing 115. I didn't feel like there wasn't even going to be much of a chance. Like I could have done 115 100 times and I was just going to miss it the same way because I was just tired and I wasn't moving very effectively. What I was actually really happy with the snatches I was here is that even on the misses, I looked like I was moving relatively fast, especially compared to when I looked at the previous day. Thankfully you won't have to see because I don't want to share a 30-second video of me just missing snatches. You're going to see a 7, almost 8-minute video of me missing some snatches instead. But I was happy even on the misses with how the bar was moving, how it felt in my hands, and the position I was able to get in, even though I was catching it in the incorrect spots. So because of that, I knew that I was close enough on the 120s, the first 2 misses, that I could come back and make it. And so then I did make it, and then I missed it behind, which I'm looking back through the app to see like how I put that in, but I think I missed it 3 times and I made it 3 times, so 3 for 6 in that regard, and then I made the 125 at the end. Certainly not pretty, and I'm sure that my left arm is all kind of pressed out with that, but when you are feeling good, even if lifts aren't as precise, it's a good day to try to push and try to get those lifts, not necessarily to go up to heavier weights, but to push at that same weight, because if you have that energy and aggression to push yourself to do those lifts, then there's no reason to not keep attempting it. I know it's not probably the best idea for technique and stuff like that, but it's not very often, like for me particularly, or for a lot of people, that I could just do a 120 snatch, attempt it, even if I'm missing it because I'm going under it and I'm doing the hard part of it, the pull and the pull under and all of that. But I did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I was 3 for 6, so that does make sense. But I did it 6 attempts at it. Even though they weren't successful, it gives me a basis from which the next time I have a similar workout to this to where I can grow. And I've noticed this with other lifts, and that's kind of the nice thing with the Weightlifting.Ai is you have similar workouts. So I've had several workouts where I have just a lot of snatch work to do, and you can kind of see what weights you're able to get up to, how they feel, how you're recovering in between the sets. Because when you are doing a lot of volume, you kind of build that capacity to where you can keep attempting a weight, or you can keep working with certain weights that you may not have been able to have done as much earlier. I know at the beginning of this program, if I was to just randomly do 6 singles at 120, I would have started to miss because of the fatigue. I wouldn't have 2 misses, come back and make it, miss, come back and make it twice, and then want to do 125. Like, it just wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have had that conditioning. So I definitely feel like that part is a positive as well, even if the lifts aren't going well. But I was happy with that. After the snatches, originally it was supposed to be block above the knee power clean plus pause jerk. I changed the block part to just being hang, just because I didn't feel like putting out the blocks for 4 sets of clean and jerk stuff. But the hang cleans all felt fine. It was light. I used straps. Definitely don't recommend it for people to do cleans with straps unless you know what you're doing. And if you're doing power cleans, it's usually okay to use straps, but certainly would err on the side of not using them if you value not having broken bones, if you happen to be an idiot. Thankfully, I've never gotten close to destroying something, and that's severe of a case like breaking my arm or something from a clean, but I have jammed my wrist a couple times with cleans. So certainly is a movement that you want to be able to get out of it if you're able to. And if you have straps on, you are sometimes not able to get out of it. And don't look up videos of people missing cleans with straps on, because there's some dude that broke both his arms. I think he was doing block cleans with straps with 150 kilos and missed a lift and broke both his arms. Because, man, I don't know why someone would want to break both, or no, he didn't want to, but I don't know why someone would want to do full cleans with straps on when they are not a specific extreme person like Ilya or Naeem that can get away with that. But yeah, I don't know, that's insane. Anywho, did those all felt good. I got up to 102 with it. They started out 93 kilos and it bumped me up a little bit. Wasn't anything that was too crazy with that. I then had some back squats, which rather surprised that they went well. So I left my belt in the house and I didn't feel like going to get it, so I just did it without a belt, and I was curious to see how the weights would be moving with it. The original workout was to go up to 194 kilos. I just went to 195 because that's, 430 pounds isn't too big of a difference, obviously. So there was supposed to be 3 doubles, and I did all 3 doubles, and I put them all at 2 RIR, which I think was a pretty fair number. Not in the sense that I could have done 2 more reps. I kind of used the RIR more as an RPE scale of how I felt the weights were moving. And honestly, I could have put it at a 3 for most of them looking at the videos, but I kind of try to think about how I felt during the set. And unracking the bar, that did feel pretty heavy, and I definitely don't think so. If it gives you like a 3, I kind of view that as you can keep doing the weight and keep moving it quite well. I kind of viewed it as a 2, just because they were kind of feeling like they were slowing down, but they just felt difficult. And I think that's just the nature of doing, a heavier back squat anyway. They're just kind of going to feel a little bit heavy. But looking at the videos of them, they were moving quite fast. As far as accessory work for this workout, I did not true walking lunges, but I did assisted lunges using the barbell and just got a pump in both the legs. I did a set of 12 with both legs. And then on the second set, I combined the second and third set and did a set of 24 with both legs. So got a nice little leg pump with them. Wasn't the most comfortable as far as the knee goes. I don't really have knee pain with it, but after, doing all the lifts I did before, just, I guess sore in that area. Then did some lateral raises. And then in the video, you actually are seeing one of the accessory movements. So I probably won't show this every time that I do them. But I will try to do them a couple times a week, and they're just tall snatches. So I just had like 60 pounds, whatever that is in kilos, on there, and just working on pulling out of the bar. I did that instead of vertical jumps, because I just don't really want to do vertical jumps, and I think tall snatches are going to be helpful for me much more so than tall snatches. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you made it this far and you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.